Welcome to Monday Club. I'm Gus Davis.
And I'm Peter Bois.
And we're your chauffeurs on your third day of the weekend.
Driving Miss Monday.
Oh, yeah! It's Monday! Happy Monday, everybody. I'm Gus Davis. Along with me, as always, is my cohort, Mr. Peter Bois. Guys, we have an amazing show for you today. We're going to be cheersing to being bigger than kids and better than kids. We're talking about storm names, Fat Cat Day. I go to a hippie commune? What's that all about? I almost get murdered in a museum. Our dirty little football quiz continues. Pete has a show from hell. We do this week's Teachable Moment. And of course, we're here for you on your third day of the weekend. Welcome to the Monday Club.
Cheers to Monday!
Cheers to Monday! What is up, man?
Oh, I am in the middle of a blizzard.
Yeah, you actually literally are.
I am, yes. I am sitting in a house in the middle of a blizzard.
What's funny is if you're watching the YouTube video of this, his studio is completely red, which is actually what the Doppler radar looks like over where Maine is right now. It's just a blanket of red and purple just whiting everything out. Stay warm and stay safe, buddy.
Thanks, man. So if I cut out at any time during this podcast, it means our power went out, and that's the show because I have to go put my generator on.
Also, depending on if we've heard from Pete or not as far as updates, please send him some toilet paper or some bottles of water. He'll need it.
And more beer.
And beer. There you go. Yeah. Dude, it is so good to see you. Thanks for braving the blizzard to make Monday Club happen today.
Yeah, man. Happy Monday and best day of the week, the new Saturday. And today we're cheersing. I don't know if this happened on a Monday, but you found this video.
I'm going to assume it is.
Yeah? I watched this before the show, and I was glued for the whole 5 minutes and 43 seconds of this video.
Yeah, it's an almost a 6-minute video, and here's how I knew that this was going to be our cheers of the week. I watched the entire video, 6 whole minutes of this video, with just a giant kid-like smile on my face.
Me too, and just laughing and thoroughly enjoying it. So it's definitely it's worth the watch. It is of 3 pro soccer players in Japan versus
right.
It's a soccer match of 3 pro soccer players in Japan versus 100 kids.
and it's so cute, man, because they actually have the kids dressed up in soccer uniforms. So the kids are all dressed in red jerseys, and these pro soccer players from Japan are in their normal blue jerseys. So it's really easy to tell them apart, aside from the fact that some of them are 6 feet tall and the others are like 4.5 feet. And oh my God, is it amazing?
Yeah.
Just the pure joy on everyone's face who's participating in this.
Yeah, all the kids are like, we're playing with these big soccer players that are probably their heroes, and then these soccer players are just laughing their butts off, like dribbling through all these kids. It's literally a sea of kids, and you see them dribbling the ball through these little aisles of kids, and the kids are playing exactly how they play in little kid soccer. It's swarm the ball. There's just a swarm. It's like a swarm of bees going around, following this ball around the field. And in the very beginning, it was on the defensive, the pro players had it on their side of the field, right? And so
right.
So you watch for about 30 seconds. You're like, oh, wow, that's a lot of kids. And then they bring it over to score on the kids, and then you see the goalies. They had like 20 goalie kids.
Yeah, they do.
In different jerseys.
Did they ever let the kids score against them in
No.
this entire match?
Not in what I saw. I think the kids touched it 3 to 5 times maybe. The ball, they kicked the ball a few times. That's about it. I didn't see anything.
Raise your glasses high. Here's to you, pro soccer players, for just, showing kids that they're little.
Crushing their confidence early on. I am drinking beer today. I'm going with a classic Sam Adams winter lager. I've been doing some mixed drinks the last few weeks, so I just thought keep it simple today. Winter lager tastes great all winter long, so that's I'm enjoying that today. Yes.
I got to say that today's drink for me is causing my eyebrows to lower, my headaches to go away, and the temperature in my house to go up significantly because today I got bought a free beer.
Huh?
Yeah,
Wait,
I got bought
this
a free
drink.
drink.
I bought this.
Uh-huh.
This is mine. I paid money for this.
You paid money for that.
You didn't
one,
have
yeah.
to pay money for yours.
No, I did not because Rob B. Balchunas, Mr. Balchunas, felt bad that he bought you a drink and not me, and he specifically said, "Hey man, I'm sorry you had to raise your eyebrows at me," and so he bought me a free drink to make up for it. Rob, my eyebrows are totally lowered; they're at half mast. You're all good. In honor of you, sir, it has been really, really cold here too. Like it's been Texas cold. It's been like 35 degrees.
Oh my
outside.
God!
I didn't make it out to my local beer provider. But Rob, here's what I did, man. This drink right here that I'm drinking is basically what's left over in my house. from all of the New Year's Eve and Christmas time and anniversary time. This is about a fourth vodka, a fourth rum, Captain Morgan rum, a fourth apple cider, and a fourth orange juice. Just pour it all into a glass with ice, and it is delicious. So, Rob, this is for you, but I wanted to be fancy, Rob. I wanted to be fancy for you. So it is garnished with a side of orange juice and tequila as my garnish.
Now,
So-
did you make this mixed drink up?
Oh yeah. I'm naming it the Monday Club Cry for Help.
I love it.
I also wanted to give a Monday Club update. So, a while ago, we had Monday Clubber Nate Staniforth on the show. You may remember him as international magic superstar, and that he had a book that was coming out. Well, that his book, Here Is Real Magic, is in the top 10 on Amazon Books this month. So, yeah.
That's awesome. I can't believe we know like an Amazon best-selling author.
No, I think that kind of does that make us intellectuals? I feel like it makes us
I think my
intellectuals.
IQ went up 10 points. Now I just have to read it. Did you do anything on New Year's Eve? What'd you do? Were you partying it up Monday Club style on?
I had a really weird New Year's Eve. So my wife is applying for a new job. I hope that doesn't get her in trouble.
So she currently has a job, and she
Anyway, she's applying for a new job. She found something that would be super cool.
because she
and
heard what the CEO made, and she's like, "Fuck this, I'm out."
Right. She's like, I'm out. Screw you guys. Anyway, so she's applying for a new job, and she had to do the application. She had to get it done by the end of the year, so by by New Year's Eve, basically, right? By midnight. And so she worked on it for like 9 hours straight. She got up early and then worked on it for 9 hours straight. And then in the evening, she got up and played with Bryce and I. And we watched a movie. We ate food on the floor, picnic style. We shot off some fireworks. He had some sparkling apple juice that's non-alcoholic that we cheers to and all that. And then we sent him to bed about 9 o'clock because he was tired and it was time for him to go to bed. So he goes to bed, and then I proofread all of her stuff, and we work on her resume, and we work on all these questions for, I don't know, until 11:55. And at 11:55, we're 100% done. She hits send. We grab our coats because, it's 33 degrees. We grab our coats. We grab a bottle of champagne. We grab some champagne flutes. We run outside, and we are standing in the middle of our street while it's snowing in Austin, which is a big deal. And we toast Happy New Year. And then Austin just all around us just lights up with fireworks. And so we're just standing in the middle of the street, like drinking champagne and hugging and watching fireworks go off. It was
Sounds
pretty
like
awesome.
you had a really magical New Year's Eve.
Yeah, it was pretty
That is
great.
magical. My New Year's Eve was a New Year's Eve from hell.
Oh, buddy.
But
I'm so
I'll share
sorry.
that story in Stories from the Road, but
Oh, you're just gonna
Yeah, I'm
tease
just
it
gonna
right
tease
now?
it.
Okay, all right.
oh man, I was checking our YouTube channel the other day, and there was somebody named Elmo that commented on our last one. Sally Syphil sips cinnamon simple syrup by the seashore.
Nice.
Say that 5 times fast. And they said, "Hey, you're really pretty. Okay, bite."
Which one
I
of
don't
us?
know. We should have a.
Oh.
Tell us who's prettier, Gus or Peter? Like, because that's kind of a nice compliment. Thank you. I'm glad you think I'm pretty. Or we're pretty. We'll be the collective pretty. Oh, man. You know what foosball is in real life? Soccer.
What is it?
You know what soccer is called around the world?
Is it football?
Prepare yourself for the dirty little football quiz. Oh, the Patriots.
Nailed it.
Yeah, the Patriots are on their way to the playoffs. Woo! They killed the New York Jets last Sunday, 26-6. They slaughtered them.
Damn.
Yeah, it wasn't even funny. It was freezing cold. The temperatures were like 3 degrees at Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, and I heard that Tom Brady had a wetsuit underneath his jersey. He was playing with that to keep him warm.
Damn.
So
That's a good idea.
yeah, but all he wasn't very accurate that game. I think it was pulling, so his balls were going faster because there was elasticity, but they were going in front of the receiver. I don't know. I'm just making that up. But no, I did hear that he wore a scuba suit, wetsuit underneath his
I think that's
jersey.
smart. Monday Clubbers out there, you know the deal. If you've been listening to this show for any amount of time, you know how this works. We know that not all of you are sports ball fans. However, we want to support Pete and his undying love of the New England Patriots. So what we've decided to do is we realize that there is the same words that are used in football are the same terminology that's used in erotic fiction. So I'm going to read 3 different quotes of erotic fiction to Pete. If he can identify the football word that's in each one of the quotes, replace it with the definition of the football term, then 2 out of 3 times, then we're going to buy one of you a free drink out there for our dirty little football quiz. Pete, dude, are you ready to play?
Let's do it.
All right, man. So since I knew that this was the last game of the regular season, I wanted to make this a little bit more fun, okay? And so I was searching all around for funny erotic stuff, and what I came up to is Saturday Night Live. So this is an old school Saturday Night Live sketch featuring Alec Baldwin, Radiohead, Kristen Wiig, Andy Samberg, Taron Killam, and Jason Sudeikis. Okay, and it was called the Red Flag Perfume Skit. All right, so here we go. Each one of these parts is gonna have one of our dirty little football quiz erotic fiction words in it.
All right,
ready?
let's do it.
All right, man. Here we go. All right. So the announcer comes on, and the announcer says, "She can stop every conversation just by entering the room. She can change your night with a single look. And if you ask her what she does, she'll tell you, 'I'm a dancer.' Red flag."
So in the title, Red Flag, there is a red flag in football. Is that?
That's true, and I'll just go ahead and say it. That's the number 3 quote.
Oh.
So there's one more in this one.
Okay, she can. I'm going to go with look.
That's a really good one, and it totally counts as a football one, not what I was going for.
I'm going to go with. This is tough. Stop.
You said it. Yeah, stop is correct.
Woo! That was tough. That was hidden in there.
Yeah. Good. All right. So
a stop is when a defense stops the offense from advancing the ball to a first down. No?
Yeah, no, you know what? Sure, whatever.
They get
feeling
the stop.
Yeah, they get the stop. A stop is to deny any yardage to the opposing team's offense and force a turnover in order to regain possession or protect the win. Usually they use the term they need a stop when the game is on the line and one team really needs to stop the other team and get the ball back.
Okay, that was a long definition.
No, dude, whatever. Just use your own thing.
She can prevent the offense from advancing the ball for a turnover every conversation just by entering the room.
Done! Good job!
Hey, it's time for Stories from the Road.
So you told us about your magical, amazing New Year's Eve with your wife and sipping champagne under falling snow while fireworks are going off in the background, and
Yeah.
magical and wonderful. I had a gig that night.
Oh, you had to
Yeah,
work?
I had to work. It was a last-minute gig.
Man.
A friend called me as a referral, and he's like, "You open?" I'm like, "Maybe. How much are you paying?" And it was just enough to go, I can't give up that amount of money. So, and besides, I didn't have any plans, and I talked with my wife, and she's like, "We'll probably be sleeping before the ball drops."
Yeah, that's fair.
So
That's fair.
Go do it. And so I went out, and it was a private party for a guy with some money, and I was doing like 2 hours of strolling and then a 45-minute show. So I get there, and about a half hour before the party starts, when I'm about to start doing strolling, and he tells me that there's going to be about 50 people in and out throughout the night.
Okay.
50 people for
That's a small number
2
of people.
hours
but
of
it's
strolling
fine.
magic. You're
Yeah,
strolling
I mean,
magic, for those of
that's-
you not familiar with it, you basically do, 10 minutes for a group, small groups of people, and then move on?
10 minutes is a long time. 10 minutes, I feel, is a long time. If to put it in another way, usually if you do strolling magic and you're lucky enough to be in sort of a restaurant setting, your goal is to hit the table right after they ordered and sort of help facilitate that time before their meal comes.
Yeah.
But that's not usually 10 minutes long.
Yeah, or even just cocktail hour at like a corporate event. You're doing 5 to 10 minutes, right? And then
At
at the end of the
max.
night, when people are bored and not doing anything, then you can kind of just sit down with them and chat and do card tricks for 20 minutes, But
Right.
So right there, that was a big red flag. I'm like, oh,
Red flag.
red flag. In my head, I'm like, how am I gonna survive tonight? And so I get in, and I put my stuff away and go up to start doing strolling magic, and immediately, now this guy is kind of an obnoxious douchebag.
I can't imagine.
I'm just gonna throw it out there, and immediately he starts saying, "Hey, look at my magician," and whenever you're called my magician, you have a serious I don't know. You have a serious respect issue for people, right? You're like, this is
Right.
anything. You hire anybody, you're like,
Right. What he just said was, "Hey, the help's
yeah,
here."
exactly. And I'm like, oh my god, this is strike number 2.
Red flag.
Red flag. It gets much worse. I'm just gonna spill the beans on the entire story here. I wasn't
Yeah,
gonna.
man, whatever.
But,
Screw those
yeah,
guys.
whatever.
Yeah, you're not getting
Nah.
rehired. What do you care?
Actually, I turned it around. He was my best friend by the end of the night, but I'll tell you how that goes. So,
right.
and about halfway through doing strolling, he's like, "All right," he gathers everybody by his voice around in the kitchen. He's like, "All right, show me one. Show me the one." He's like, "Show me the one. I want to see the one that's gonna blow my mind." For walk around situations, I keep the one in my proverbial back pocket for the end of the night, and I do it a few times before I leave. And if you've ever seen me do this trick, the witch hunt, you'll understand why. But it's like the one for me, and it's something I developed. And so I'm like, okay, I'm glad I haven't done this yet tonight. And so he puts me on the spot, and he's like, I've seen your other stuff. It was kind of cool, but show me the one, And so I do this, and it blows him away, and everyone's freaking out, and it's like the perfect moment. And then all of a sudden, he's like my best friend. and I'm on his side, you know. Okay, at the end of the night, I did my show. Everything went great. I just wanted to, I packed up. I had my jacket on. I had my bag. I just wanted to shake his hand and say, thank you for having me. Have a happy New Year's, you know, and leave.
Right.
And this is how little class this guy has. He, in front of everybody, he's like, the entertainment is leaving, right? He speaks up big and loud. And then he says,
red flag.
Oh, here's the monumental red flag. He says, if you want to tip him, give him some money now. He's leaving, so make sure you tip him. And he's calling on his entire party of guests to give me money and tips before I leave. Right? So there's two huge red flags. One against me, because that's super rude, right? To make me stand there. It's rude for the entertainer, right? To stand there and feel an inch tall while people hand him $5 and $10, $20 bills shoved in his pocket.
Yeah. Pete needs gas money to get home, guys. Pony it up, guys.
And then it's super douchebaggy to his entire invitee list. It's like, hey, come over to my party and then, you know, tip the magician on the way out. You know, like, what the fuck?
Oh my God.
And I felt so bad for his guests because obviously they felt pressured to give me money. I really didn't want their money. I just wanted to leave.
Right.
I wanted to end on a happy note.
Did you be like, all right, and just stand there and let people hand you money, or were you like, guys, it's cool, everybody chill, I'm good?
I have to say I was kind of intimidated by him, so I didn't want to. I just wanted to get out of there with the least amount of friction.
That dude, no stress on that,
and
man.
So
no judging.
And
eyes.
I would have totally just said no, thank you, and left. But right before I was about to say that, he said, "Everyone, give me money." He's like, "Oh, you have to stay for a group picture." So I couldn't even leave. I couldn't even go, "Oh no, thank you, bye," and leave.
Now, here's my question. Did he hand you the camera to take the picture?
Oh, that would have been the best. Fortunately, I was in the picture. That would have been terrible. Nice. In his defense, he had definitely a lot to drink at that time. But, you know, if you're going to tip somebody somebody you've hired, you do it classy. You, on their way out, right as they're leaving, while you're alone, you hand him some money or her some money and say, thank you. This is for you. You did a wonderful job. We appreciate it. Goodbye. You don't ask your guests to hand him bills on the way out and shove them into his pocket. Yeah. On the way to the car, he did help me with my bags to the car. And he was like hugging me like 10 times saying, it was awesome. Everyone loved, he was like super. So it ended on a fine note. But yeah, that was an interesting evening. Hey, guess what? I made it to the end of the episode without my lights going off. I didn't lose power.
Hey, there you go, man. Well, kudos to you. You guys stay safe and warm. Monday Club, all of you stay safe and warm. We're looking forward to seeing and hearing from you next week. And guys, happy 2018.
Yeah, we'll see you next week.
All right, Monday Club. Well, thank you guys so much for listening. If you want to check us out, you can always do that. Subscribe to us on iTunes. You can find us at MondayClubPodcast.com, Facebook.com/MondayClubPodcast, Twitter @MondayClubPod. Email us at MondayClubPodcast@gmail.com. That is also where you can buy us a drink. We're on Instagram, of course, @MondayClubPodcast, and we always want to send a special thank you to Mr. James Caldwell, our sound engineer. And a huge shout out and stay warm to Mr. Zach Holder for our music. Guys, go out there, be safe, be merry, enjoy your Monday, make it a weekend day for you, and we'll see you next time.